From the cover of this video, you probably understood that here I will reveal the topic of how to raise some starting capital for trading from a zero balance for real trading to earn from it later. So now I will show you the best and simplest method that you can use almost daily or maybe weekly. I will clarify that, as I'm not entirely sure if it can be done every day. However, I have always recommended doing this to build a good balance from scratch. That is, you can really start from scratch here without putting in anything or making any deposits. You just need to do a couple of actions and that's it. So, what is the essence? Many of you who are probably already trading have likely understood that this will be about tournaments. The tournaments are located right here. But many of you who are probably watching me right now might have already turned off the video, or if you've paused at this moment, let me tell you right away. If you are aware of these tournaments and you don't like them, it doesn't mean that the tournaments are impossible to complete. I have never really participated in tournaments actively because I have my own balance, I have my own capital, and there is practically no point for me to participate in tournaments. If you have nothing to do, you can join in, because the tournaments are aimed at beginners. You can earn here starting from $0 or even from $1. By starting with $1, by the way, there are fewer participants and your chances of winning are much higher. We also have a free tournament, and it is precisely there that you can increase your balance from 0. So, let's get started. That is, we are registering for this tournament. I have already registered, as you can see. I am already participating in this tournament. And in this tournament, absolutely everyone who is registered on the Pocket Option brokerage platform can participate. That is, even you, if you are not registered yet, can go to Pocket Option, complete the registration, and already participate. Thus, if you make it to the top 3, meaning first, second, and third place, you will be able to receive $50, 75, and $125 respectively. This is already for first place. Therefore, if you participate in this tournament, and you will be trading all day, so you need to choose a free day when you can sit down to trade calmly, without rushing or getting distracted. This is because in this tournament, you will need to participate diligently and actively. Firstly, this is a free tournament, which is why there are 6,369 participants in the tournament I am currently in. However, if I join this other tournament, there are currently 40 participants, but it costs $1. So, for $1, you buy in, and your chances increase significantly. If we look at other options, it's the same here. That is, there are fewer people because it is paid. But you understand, $1, well, that's 100 rubles. It costs 100 rubles to register, and then you can start trading. However, you still need a balance, and having to allocate 100 rubles or $1 each time is not ideal. That's why Pocket Option has a very good tournament. I've probably repeated myself a billion times, I apologize. But many who know about the tournaments consider them impossible to win, because firstly, these people simply haven't actively tried themselves in tournaments to the end. They participate once, twice, 3 times, and that's it. If they encounter difficulties, they simply give up, but persistent effort will eventually bear fruit. Therefore, it is necessary to carefully enter, sit calmly, and trade. As I mentioned, you need to find a free day when you can participate in this tournament, because if you have a free day, you will be able to trade calmly at the beginning of this tournament. When you register, you are given a balance to trade with, and the more you increase it, the better. If you look at the rankings, you can see that the first place has a balance of 15,000, so they are currently holding the first position. For this, they can earn 1 to 25 bahts from nothing. The only requirement to participate is to go through verification, that is, registration followed by verification. And that's it. You can participate. Therefore, if you decide to take part in this tournament, I recommend sticking to some simple strategies. Let's say my last video was about how to trade on zigzags using an indicator. You can trade calmly with such an indicator. You just need to sit down diligently, look for currency pairs, stocks, and then calmly trade in this tournament. What comes next? That is, if you win, say, the same $50 for third place here, then we can later transfer it to your balance. Wow, why do I have $100 all of a sudden? Oh no, I was scared that my $855 had disappeared somewhere in the middle of QT Real. It turns out it's just a bug. So, let's say you received $50, I will transfer my entire balance to my MT5 account, leaving 55, and what should I do with that? So if you recently joined Pocket Option and managed to win third place in a tournament, or even second or first place, what I recommend doing right away is money management. What kind of money management do we have? Well, on Pocket Option, it's actually very convenient. You click on the dollar, and here we just clicked. Now the percentage is displayed. Here I write 1% of the balance, 1%. Then I go back, but since $1 is our minimum trade, we set it to $1 and continue until we reach $100. After that, we can simply set 2%, but no more than 1 to 2% of our balance. This way, you maintain your money management after winning in the tournament. Then you move on to a currency pair, for example, Apple OTS, which I currently have open. And in the last video, I showed that you should trade using one of those very good strategies I discussed, which is the zigzag. Here we have a downward trend, and it also works on the zigzag system, so we can enable the zigzag indicator here. We enabled it, and then what do we see? The trend here is behaving in a downward position, meaning that the price of this Apple stock is falling, but at times it shows upward movement. If you look here, there is a point that has been preserved, which impulsively moved up and then stopped here. After that, it fell again, stopped here, and now it is impulsively moving up again, indicating an upward trend. Therefore, here one could try to enter for the short term, making a few trades for an increase, and then when the trend starts to reverse, it will go down. And this will be happening, by the way, very soon, because we are already at the peak. It might even happen now, since I entered late. It's better to base decisions here on the second candles, but I'm already at the top, so these trades might not go through. If anything, I apologize. This is just, so to speak, a demonstration for you. I'm also immediately showing you a strategy. I showed you how to earn your money for free, so to speak, without doing anything, meaning without paying anything. And then you can start using similar strategies. Right now, I'm showing you how to work with a zigzag in a downtrend. In the previous video, I showed an upward trend. Here, my position is not quite as good, but if we see a reversal here, we can confidently take a downward position because we have a downward trend, which is the first point. Secondly, we have already built such a nice yellow zigzag line here, so there is a good chance that we might see a reversal here, and from this reversal we will bounce downwards and open quite a few trades, because what do we have? The first point to remember is that we have a very good position as we are in a downtrend. Therefore, we trade downwards here much more often than upwards, because we only take upward trades when we have 2 consecutive candles, like for example right here. We have also seen growth since then, and from this we are now looking to increase. But remember, in a downtrend we only rely on a few trades, that is, we open a couple of trades and then stop. Next, we are already waiting for a reversal here. However, if there is still no reversal here during the zigzag, and this also works, by the way, in an upward trend, that is, if you have a downward trend, you work according to the zigzag strategy, and somehow it has broken through upwards here. We already have a candle, for example, indicating a trend. Now we need to decide whether to leave this currency pair or analyze and observe how the market behaves. If it behaves similarly to the zigzag, meaning it is already in an upward position, then we can trade calmly as well. However, everything also depends on all positions and moments, and this all needs to be analyzed and observed. Therefore, I can't say this for you for all of this right away. Just, if your trend changes its course completely, it's better to walk away from it and take a break. By the way, while I was telling all this, we had 2 trades go through because there hasn't been a reversal here yet. The candle built up very strongly, so we made a good profit from that. Also, after you win a tournament, what I really want to tell you will help you a lot. This is yet another small strategy, so to speak. Well, not even a strategy, it's just a method of trading. The trading method we use during a flat market. In a flat market, of course, I haven't found any decent situations here because the trends are almost all like this, meaning they are either very strongly upward or all are falling down. So, I will explain in words, I will show everything, maybe, of course, I will find it here while I am scrolling through this moment. A flat is when the price goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But how can you tell if this is really a flat market? I mean, it's the same here, up, down, up, down, up, down. But how can you understand if it's flat or not? When we have a flat situation, I will now place 2 lines for you. Here we have a green line. and I am adding one more line, it will be a bit lower. I will make it a little bolder so that you can all see it. Here we have two lines. This is our trading method. Remember this as well, because if you have earned some of your own money or from deposits, even if you did not win the tournament, you can trade calmly using this method. We have a flat situation. What does this mean? That is, when we have a flat, we have two lines constructed approximately like this. That is, if we set two lines like this, at the top and bottom, based on the maximum. Specifically, the maximum that was reached here and the minimum at the bottom. Then we have let's take the same 5-minute interval. The candles should be aligned and the entire trend should move very closely together. It should not go beyond these lines. If it goes beyond these lines, then it must either change the trend direction there or reverse itself, because we will also have a flat movement here. So it went up, bounced off our ceiling, went down, didn't reach our floor, and then again tries to turn itself around. Then it also tries to reach the ceiling, but it doesn't succeed and falls again. And there will be a turning point, so to speak, when it comes out of the flat. The trend will break out of the flat and either break our floor and go down to the basement, or break our ceiling and go up to the roof. So how will this be? Let's say the trend will break here. Here, for example, we are located right here. The trend has broken through our line, our ceiling here, and here. The trend will continue to move upward and go further. But keep in mind, you shouldn't open a position at the moment when you are roughly here. When we have just broken through this ceiling, it's also not advisable to rush and open a position immediately. It's better to wait and see how many candles will form. That is, you don't have to wait until the end for it to break through, for an upward trend to be established, or for something else to happen. It's better to just wait here until this ceiling breaks and a substantial candle forms. Once you see another candle, you can start trading, opening positions for an increase or for a decrease if the low breaks, meaning our floor. I hope I explained everything to you. By the way, all three of our trades were on Apple. Very well indeed. The trend here is currently moving upwards, and I think, by the way, if it continues to behave this way, it will come very close to the previous maximum. But this is already a different situation, a different story. I won't be talking about all of this in this video, because that's all I have for now. I hope everyone understood, and also about these two trading methods. So, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget about my main channel. I post results there, as well as updates about our team. Everything is in the description and in the comments. Thank you all once again for watching.